Hi, my name is Liliana Garreau. I'm 18 years old and I'm a student pilot in pursuit of my private pilot's license. I've been flying for the past year. I started in August of 2024, recently after I moved back from Europe. So I lived in Italy and Poland for most of my teenage years. And that's actually the example I wanted to talk about for the crew resource management. So in my time in Poland, I was fortunate enough to intern at NATO. Of course, I didn't have like max security or military clearance, so I only got to intern for protocol, but I mean, I was still grateful. I'm not going to complain. So that's the example I wanted to talk about. During my time there, I was helping coordinate a diplomatic event, and everything was on a pretty tight schedule. It was a meeting with a bunch of generals from, all over Europe and the U.S. No idea what they were talking about, but, it didn't matter. And my role was to help manage the seating arrangements and the name cards, set up all the drinks and basically just prepare the room, make it as formal as possible. And as well as the timing, while others handled protocol and security as well. We had rehearsed and we thought that we had everything solidified, we had everything lined up, but of course, right as things were about to begin, there was a change that was brought to our awareness in the guest list. So suddenly our seating chart and timing and everything had no longer worked. So in that moment, we had to pause and quickly reassess our priorities. So instead of getting stuck and fixating on the small details myself, of course, we communicated the change with the team, and we designated smaller updates like the name cards to others and focused on larger timing issues so that everything would still flow smoothly. The key, of course, was communication and trust in your others that they're going to do the job and do it right, because everybody knew their role, and we kept everybody informed and updated. And by working together instead of just hyper-fixating alone, the event was able to stay on track and be fixed in time. And it reminded me that good crew resource management isn't just necessarily about one person doing everything right, but it's about sharing the workload and maintaining that situational awareness and communication and adapting when things are going to change, as well as holding, accountability and responsibility for yourself with that trust in the others that you're relying on. And so this lesson did carry directly into my flying a year later, because whether it's coordinating with an instructor or watching for traffic, planning ahead on a maneuver, or hopefully not, but an emergency, I've learned that, of course, staying flexible and adaptable and speaking up are just as important in the cockpit as they are in international protocol or school or work. So for me, crew resource management is really about the teamwork under pressure, and that's something I strive to practice and maintain every day. Just holding your part while also, because if everybody does their part, then together you will have a solid foundation and we'll be able to do that, as well as creating a trusting environment and just fostering those good habits as well. But yeah, that's basically just the example that came to mind for me, because I remember it was the first time where I was kind of in like a real world situation where it mattered. Of course, it was my first day of interning, but it wasn't a huge deal because we were able to, maintain that good crew resource management together. So it all worked out. Thank you.